Hello, my lovely anatomists and physiologists. Thanks for joining me for another Chapter 10 video. Muscle tone is our topic, and this term tone we're going to use in the nervous system just like throughout our discussion of the nervous system. This is our background level of stimulation that we'll see just as part of healthy nervous system, and also this keeps our tissues healthy. In the case of muscle tone, we're talking specifically about the background level of stimulation that's happening with your skeletal muscle, okay? And so this is going to be important because it's going to help stabilize our joints. It's going to help maintain our posture, and it's just going to keep your muscle tissue healthy. So if you have significant damage to the nervous system or damage to a set of nerves, you're not getting this background level of stimulation to the muscle, and that muscle can atrophy over time as a result. So this is a really important part of keeping your skeletal muscle healthy, is this background level of stimulation. Now, in the case of muscle tone, what we'll see is two different scenarios. So you can have hypotonia. In this case, you have the absence of muscle tone, absence of tone. It results from damage to either the central nervous system, this is your brain and your spinal cord, or your peripheral nervous system, that's just talking about your nerves. And your muscle will look flaccid in appearance, and you're going to have weak reflexes, and you might have other functional impairments, so the muscle may not be able to work. So this is like an extreme scenario where you've had damage to your nervous system, right? So this is highlighting the significance of the healthy, normal muscle tone. The opposite of this is hypertonia. And in this case, you have excessive reflex activity. You can have muscle rigidity. So it's contracting so often that it's staying kind of hard. We see this in Parkinson's. Parkinson's disease. You can also see a result of hypertonia as spasticity. So muscle spasms. This is also a result of damage to, here we see specifically central nervous system, which again is your brain and your spinal cord. Now, one of the benefits of increasing your muscle tone is going to increase the amount of fatty acids, I'm going to say burned at rest. So what we see is that when your skeletal muscle is at rest, rather than using glucose as the sugar for the aerobic respiration, it's going to use fatty acids as the source for that ATP molecule. And so the more muscle tone you have, the more resting muscle contraction you have. And so as a result of that, the more higher your ATP demand is, and the more you're burning those fatty acids. So that's why some of our top athletes can have, you know, really healthy, you know, they can eat a lot of food, right? And it's not showing up on their body as fat tissue, but it's being used by their body. All right, that's it for this one. Stay tuned for the next. And as always, take care of yourselves and each other.